Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your monthly reading for December 2025. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in. And actually, before we do, if you're new to my channel, I'm going to give you your astrological overview, and then I'm going to do your full Celtic cross spread. Then I'm going to break it down week by week. We'll pull more cards, then we'll do the second spread. As you can see, if you are a subscriber, I'm not at home. I'm still on my road trip. Saw my family. Thanksgiving. It was so much fun. It's cold. I'm somewhere in Virginia in the mountains, and I love it. And I'm sitting on the floor. You got a little guest. You got Ruby behind us as well. Anyway, here's the thing. I want you to really pay attention to the first 2 weeks. I'm going to harp on that. A lot happening, but this entire month is big. In fact, you may get some revelations as soon as the month begins, and that's the thing. I'm focusing on the first 2 weeks because I'm going to be working on your 2026 forecast. Oh my goodness, 2026, come on. Cancer, really big year. As well as your January forecast. There's a lot happening, so not going to be doing forecasts next week, but I will be checking in. I'll leave you a message. I'll do some live streams for y'all. Here's the thing. We're here, okay? December. The last month of 2025. Congratulations. You made it. But also, bon voyage. Because your journey is just beginning. Cancer, you know that. You know it. December, it's just a month. It's just a word. We know time is fluid, and everything from this point forward is leading up to the Saturn-Neptune conjunction in February 2026, okay? That's not just a new synodic cycle. It's happening at 0 degrees Aries, the beginning of the beginning. It has never been experienced in modern human history. Nobody has experienced this. That's the Great Reset. Not New Year's, not New Year's Eve. February, okay? I've been saying month after month, out with the old, in with the new, ever since the prison portal locked in, okay? And if you don't know what that is, I'll leave it at the end of this video. It's like what you can expect for the next 2 years of your life. But this month, you're fully migrating into the new you. So think about the past summer, right? When the prison portal was really locked in, you had a glimpse of what your life is going to be like starting February 2026. And between now and then, everything's going to change. You are already starting to see that, all right? Especially in your life, around the world. You're adapting to this brand new world that we're about to move into, this brand new era that prison portal has given us a little preview of. And you're tapping into your spiritual warrior. You've had time to reassess and rethink, reevaluate things. And you not only had a glimpse over the summer, you had a lot happen recently. I mean, you had the eclipses, right, in September. You had the rare aspects in October. You had the hot mess of November. And December, it's such a big month, but compared to what we've all been experiencing, it's tame. It's tame. You're just going to get really serious about partnerships, Cancer, and contracts, and marriage, and love, okay? And work in the first half. Yeah, when I say the first half, not only work, but your belief system, your beliefs, bringing more meaning into your life, your everyday activities. You want change. You want it, okay? You're going to get it. You're going to get it. You're possibly going to have a lot of activity at work, colleagues, employees, contractors, things like that, right? Health matters as well. So bear that in mind. You've got so much Sagittarius energy. We are in Sagittarius season for the first half. And it's all about being open-minded and like broadening your horizons. It's very happy-go-lucky too, which is really nice to have, because even though you got that, This entire month, you're still going to be business in the front and the back. And that's because December is owned and operated and manufactured and licensed and trademarked by Saturn. That's right. It is Saturn's month. He officially went direct in Pisces November 27th. And you're feeling that forward momentum. And it's because Saturn is a planet of discipline, hard work, life lessons, karma. He's going to make December feel real, okay? For 3 reasons, actually. 1, he's been giving you handouts. And you know that. He's been part of the grand water trines that you've been part of, Cancer. So you saw his good side. He cracked jokes with you. He taught you how to play a collective soul on flute. His vacation's over, okay? Fun time's over, right? He's clocked back in. He's gone back to work as the authority. He's got his aviators on, the ones with the mirrors. He's not messing around. 2, we're entering Capricorn season. That energy, as you may know, it's a little sobering. It's a little austere and stern, but it's all about structure, building structure, your ambitions. You're going to be rolling up your sleeves, all right? Saturn is Capricorn's ruler. So not only that, Mars, yeah, you see that? Moving into Capricorn. The God warrior moving into Capricorn, where he's exalted. Just the way that Jupiter's exalted in your sign, Mars is exalted in Capricorn. What are the chances, right? And so he does his best here out of all the signs. So you've got the 2 malefic planets, Mars and Saturn, coming out to play hard, meaning you are too. You're going to be very serious about love, marriage, relationships, personal relationships, business partners, contracts, agreements, okay? Reaching your legacy, right? You're definitely going to feel this. And I think that you're going to like it. I think you're going to really like it. And then the other thing is Neptune's going direct after being retrograde since July 4th. It's not on the whiteboard. Yeah. There's a couple, these are the main things. And when we break it down week by week, yeah, we'll bring some stuff up. Yeah. But anyway, with Neptune going direct, that's you and all your spiritual downloads. Oh, they're going to be tested this month now. All right? That's Saturn. He's reality checks. He makes you work with an E. Okay? And just for fun, let's throw in the 4th. There's a 4th thing. Yeah, remember that time that I said Capricorn energy is a little austere and a little bit stern? Yeah. We have a stellium in Capricorn. We're going to have Mars, Venus, Mercury, and the Sun in Capricorn, but also we're going to throw in Juno. Juno's moving into Capricorn. That is the biggest deal for you, and we'll talk about it in a second, but you got 4 planets in a sign that's all about rolling up your sleeves, okay? Or your jean shorts, whatever. You do you. Cancer, that's the thing, is like, you know Saturn, right? You play by his rules. You do the work required. You pass, okay? You pass his test. He gives you tests. He's life lessons. He gives you a test. This month, a month of tests. And because it is Saturn's month, December is going to feel like the SATs. But here's the thing. You took the classes, right? Through life experiences. The past 2 years, you're prepared for this moment. You're going to ace this test. And Saturn rules your 9th house. And so that is more about your belief system. That's being spiritually tested, all right? So you got this in the bag. You got Jupiter protecting you. So you're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. And I feel like you're going to have a lot of fun with this. You are going to really have emphasis on travel, education, as well as you writing the book publishing is going to be a big thing for you. Yeah? Because, sure, Saturn in Pisces rules your 9th house, Yeah. But then Sagittarius is the ruler of the ninth house. So you kind of have that overlap. All right. But it really is more about your philosophies. And maybe you're going to start a podcast. I wouldn't be surprised. Ninth house is also broadcasting. All right. Maybe working with people overseas, foreign cultures, foreign lands. But here's the bigger thing, there's going to be some legal matters. All right. A lot of legal matters that you may be working with, like the courts. There may be something here with the courts. That's the ninth house, is the law. But then Capricorn, again, remember, rules your seventh house, which is legal matters, contracts. What did I say about Juno moving into Capricorn? Yeah. What are the chances? Juno, Libra's asteroid, Jupiter's wife, Hera in Greek, she's all about the truth and justice and equality in partnerships, in contracts, in agreements. So yeah, there will likely be some legal matters. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It could be like literally getting married, right? Marriage certificate. So anyway, it's a big month. And Sagittarius energy the first half, yeah, brings in a lot of optimism and hope and all of that, the truth. It helps soften Saturn's hard edges. Now, if you are watching this, the day that I post it, it may be a little bit after December 4th. Better late than never. Anyway, yeah, Thursday, December 4th, we got the full moon in Gemini. But here's the thing. It's at 13 degrees, 7:30 p.m. my time, Eastern Standard Time. This full moon, it's a super moon, the last one of the year, right? It's powerful. It's very potent. It's orbiting really close to Earth. It's everything's energy. You're going to feel it. The moon's your ruler. You're going to feel it. Okay, Cancer? The other thing is that it's such a strong full moon. You're going to feel it for up to 2 weeks after. And here's the thing. I talk more about this full moon in Gemini in the December astrology overview live stream that I did. I'll leave that at the end of this video. There was so much that happened at the end of May. Yeah, a lot. And so take a look at that. Think about what happened for you at the end of May. What seeds did you plant? What intentions did you set? This is the corresponding full moon. Now, what's very interesting is Gemini rules your 12th house. And so that is very nebulous, borderless. It's everything beyond the physical plane. So you can't really pinpoint things with that. What you can do is measure, your, let's just say like spirituality. Yeah, that's the 12th house. It really is like rest and retreat. It's intuition, but you're already a very intuitive sign. So the way that you would measure it here with the full moon in Gemini, this full moon is so revelatory, and that's why I said there may be some things revealed. The 12th house does rule hidden enemies. Just letting you know. Okay? Just letting you know. Because it is Saturn's month. And even though Saturn is in Pisces, he natively rules your 7th. And so the 7th is open enemies. You may see people that you thought supported you, maybe you recognize they don't. Or you may have had some incidents or circumstances where there was people behind the scenes, okay? 12th house is a lot of things happening behind the scenes. Now, here's the thing. This is, you're going to have a lot of clarity here because it's a Mercury-ruled full moon. And we're also coming out of Mercury retrograde, right? So that's in your favor. There's going to be a turning point here. It's a full moon in Gemini. It's a Mercury-ruled full moon. You're going to feel restless, yeah? And Gemini energy is very stimulating, yeah? Mentally stimulating. Gemini rules the nervous system too. So that's why you're going to feel a little bit restless. But here's the thing. This is why it's such a big full moon. Is because the moon's going to be bending the nodes of fate. 13 degrees exact. And sure, we've had that with Mars and Venus and other planets, past few months. This is the moon. On the lunar nodes of fate, the moon, your ruler, you're going to feel it. So a couple things here. Just expect change. Yeah, a lot of change. Not only is it a really strong full supermoon, it's strong mutable energy. Be prepared to adapt to changes, all right? And it's Gemini energy. You could be getting a message around this time. A lot of y'all are going to be getting messages through your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention, like intuitive messages as well, especially with this one. Yeah. Something fated, something destined. Gemini energy is very social. It's networking. You could be doing a lot of that. You could be making a big announcement yourself. Like it could be your revelation. It could be your truth coming to the surface. Gossip and rumors are a big part of this full moon. Yeah. There could be something travel related, but to be honest, it's your 12th. And so there is a sense of healing with this full moon as well. There could be something very cathartic for you, but expect change. And the reason I say that, listen, you've got the moon in Gemini, right? And it's squaring the nodes, the north node in Pisces, south node in Virgo. You've got the sun in Sagittarius, okay, opposite the moon. The sun, therefore, at 13 degrees will be squaring the nodes as well. So you've got this grand cross, you've got this mutable cross. All the mutable signs, all 4 of them, activated strongly. So that's why I say expect change. There may be something here with work, to be honest. Work, health, maybe even pets. There may be some changes. Venus and Mars and the sun are in Sagittarius in your 6th. So there is an element of self-improvement, but with Juno being here, because Juno is still in Sagittarius at this point, she brings justice. So I really like that. There's a big life lesson here, though. It's a powerful full moon, but it is all about the big picture. There's something here that you were meant to see. Now, cross watchers, if you do watch for your rising or your moon, or for your favorite singer or your husband, whoever, mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, yeah, obviously, yeah, all right. If you know your natal chart, your birth chart, if you have any planets 12 to 14 degrees in any of those signs, those planets are going to be aspected. You're going to feel this the most, all right? Now, Saturday, December 6th, you got Mercury, still in Scorpio, trining Jupiter in a sign. That's amazing. But then on Sunday, you have Mercury trining Saturn. So, wow, what a weekend. Package deal. I've got great news for you, Cancer, actually. You have another grand water trine, all right? Mercury is very emo, right? That intensity that he's bringing. In Scorpio in your 5th. So that's amazing. It's all about joy and pleasure and family, children, true love, romance, creative projects. But here's the thing. You got the moon in your sign all weekend. As you know, the moon is your ruler. So you will have this big focus on home and family and, nurturing your maternal side, your paternal side, heightened emotions and intuition. It's very emotionally moving for you. You could feel extra blessed around this time, around home and family. Maybe even real estate matters as well. But yeah, there is definitely something here that's really enlightening for you. So it's really, really nice because remember, Jupiter is exalted in your sign and the moon will conjunct Jupiter. So there is blessings all around. It's very optimistic as well. I love this for you. I want you to actually think about October 24th to the 26th as well. Mercury was at the same degree that he is now back then when he was in the grand water trine. We already had those at that time. So there could be some things from around those dates that come up again. All right. Now, but we didn't have the moon in your sign back then. So, anyway, this is really, and if you are a cross watcher, yeah, obviously the water signs will feel this the most. And if you have any planets in any of the water signs, 24 to 26 degrees, you will feel it the most. Now, you see Monday, December 8th, yeah, Mars in Sagittarius, going to square Saturn and Pisces. So, that's a big one for you. You've got the two malefic planets in a, showdown. Very West Side Story. They've literally been in this dance for some time. But it's this aspect. There's a little bit of pressure. There's a little bit of a squeeze, okay? And so it's more about your belief system. It's more about your sense of freedom that could be tested around this time. And again, more mutable energy here. Just try to be flexible, yeah? Because you could just not see eye to eye with someone around this time. Saturn, again, he's going to test you a couple of points this month. And with the fact that you have Mars and Sagittarius in your sixth, and maybe a colleague or an employee or someone that you work with or boss, all right? Authority figure, the CEO, right, of your company, Chick-fil-A, doesn't matter. Here's the thing. This dance between Mars and Saturn, it's nearing the end of its life cycle. Yeah. And actually, if you can think back to August 10th, 2023, that's when Mars conjuncted Saturn in Pisces. What happened for you around that time? Think about just even like a full month after that. Did you start writing a book or a podcast? This is a 2-year story that's been playing out with Mars and Saturn. When they conjuncted, they sextiled, they had an opposition, they tried, all of it, right? So you're at the home stretch, but Saturn will test you. And Mars, he doesn't like being tested. He's in a very fiery sign. So again, there can be something a little heated here. Just be very mindful, all right? They were going to feel this days before, days after. And again, it feels more work related. Mars is physicality. And so two things. A, there can be something health related as well. So just be very mindful. But with that said, that's a way to use this aspect. Remember, you can always use these aspects. Don't let them use you. And so with Mars, you want to exert energy. Don't hold things in. You want to do it in a productive way. Channel the energy in a productive way. Do some gardening, some weed whacking. Yeah? Go roller skating with your boss. Just, you're going to feel good about it. All right? Now, one thing that I'm going to bring to your attention is that there may be something with legal matters around this time too. Okay? There may be something here. The other thing that I'm seeing, and this, it may, all right, so on the same day, Venus will conjunct the fixed star Antares, 10 degrees. And normally we do the fixed stars in the second spread, asteroids, planetoids, all that, but the bonus spread, I got something else planned. All right? If you can think back to March of this year, and if you're new to my channel, I do prediction videos and or live streams. So I did a channeling session. It was a lot of predictions. They all happened. But there was one thing that I saw from 525 BC. And, oh yeah, you see Ruby back here? Ruby, you want to say hi to all the cancers? Okay. So, 525 BC. And that turns out, it was the year that Venus and Antares had what we call an occultation, meaning occultation. I don't even know how to say it. meaning Venus actually passed behind the fixed star, obscuring obscured from view. And so, why is this important? Because it's so rare for that to happen. And I'm going to talk about this a lot more in Great Awakener, but just note, they're about to meet again. All right? So, Venus, love, relationships, money, creativity, right? And Taurus, who's a royal star, fixed star. Um, they're going to be blending their energies. And Taurus is all about honors and passion and power, but to a detriment, to an obsession that can be consuming and extreme and brings, it's almost like it requires conflict for your pleasures, right? So be mindful this day with Mars squaring Saturn the same day, because this is in your sixth house of everyday activities, your lifestyle, routine, self-improvement, health, but also work, all right? Colleagues, employees, everything work-related, your responsibilities when it comes to work, bear it in mind, because this conjunction will trine the moon in Leo, 10 degrees. Which is great because that's a lot of creative energy. It's self-expression. It's very romantic. And Leo is associated with royalty, all right? But it is your second house of income and salary. So it does seem like there's some work stuff here this day, all right? Mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, will feel this the most. And when I say money, finances, like second house is all like salary. Did I mention that? It's late. So Wednesday, December 10th, this is a day where someone might owe you money, to be honest. Neptune will go direct this day too, 29 degrees. All right? So that's a big deal. It's the last of our lifetime. Neptune will be in Pisces just a few more weeks. Yeah? So 29 degrees, critical degree, anoretic degree. It's like a graduation here. And it really is just, at this point, you're no longer sleepwalking, right? With Neptune retrograde, there was a lot of misinformation, fog and delusion, subterfuge, sabotage. It's all lifted. You can see now. And there is a little bit of a wake-up call around this day. This is going to be also very relevant to your belief system, your philosophies, your worldview. But a lot of creative energy is like returning. You're going to feel a surge of that and your ideals. So very nice. Now, Thursday, December 11th, Mercury moves back into Sagittarius. We had this for a hot second in October. There you go. That's fine. You've got Mercury, Venus, Mars, the Sun, and Juno all crammed into Sagittarius. Hey, it's optimistic, okay? Mercury doesn't do well in Sagittarius, but it's optimistic. And I'm just looking at what's happening. Like, are y'all, some of y'all are just making, there's this expansion in work for y'all, okay? Maybe in your company, maybe if you own a business, feels like there's some expansion here. It looks good, but once again, just legal matters may be highlighted, all right? And maybe even some partnerships. But you do have a lot of home and family stuff that's really strong, all right? Keep that in mind. Now, and partnerships. Sunday, December 14th, Mars moves into Capricorn. He's like the CEO when he's in Capricorn. Remember, Capricorn rules the 10th house. So career, very career focused. Capricorn energy, Capricorns prioritize work. So this is a big deal. It's been 2 years since Mars has been in Capricorn. So you're going to have a lot of focus there, but Capricorn is your opposite sign. Rules partnerships and relationships and love and marriage and contracts and agreements. So you see how it's you're just going to have a lot of that energy all month long, all right? It's going to be, I wouldn't be surprised if you a lot of that energy will be work related or career related or profession. And if you're not working, if let's say you're retired, just your passions, yeah, passions. But there's, you're gonna feel this. It's Mars, all right. All that drive, all that ambition and determination, and a sign that is all about ambition and determination, stamina and resilience. And this is really nice because Capricorn is really grounded energy. And so, really good for you. I love this. You go really well with Capricorn being a water sign. Yeah. Earth and water. It's very practical, very pragmatic too. Just, wow, you're going to have goals. You're going to be very goal focused and oriented. I mean, you're definitely not going to derail from any priorities, especially reaching your legacy here. Tuesday, no, not Tuesday, where are we? Friday, yeah, new moon in Sagittarius. This is, interesting for you. This one's at 29 degrees. This is December 19th. You're just seeking more freedom, especially in the workspace, that expansion. A lot of y'all may change professions or careers, or you may actually see changes within your reality, yeah, around this time. This new moon is really great. It's all about that wisdom. A lot of you are going to be writing books, publishing books, and starting podcasts. But the bigger thing is work related and health. Maybe, you join a yoga studio or a running pack. I don't know what they're called. All those people that run together. Anyway, and they wake up really early, like 5 a.m. Like who? On Saturday mornings? Anyway, let me see. I am sitting on the floor, so I need to make an adjustment here. Here's the thing about this new moon. Really great new moon. It's Jupiter ruled, right? So it is optimistic. The problem is that it's completely surrounded by Saturn squares. And that would be the Sun square Saturn. That would be even the Sun square Neptune. Venus square Saturn. Yeah. So even like your commitments could be tested in relationships, even money matters as well, or how you see relationships. Anyway, it definitely can be from an authority figure, a parent, a boss, but there is a lesson here. That's the whole point. Remember, Saturn, life lessons will be testing you all month. So this is all about seeking your truth. Remember, Sagittarius is the archer, right? So with this new moon, you want to set intentions, and you get one shot because you're not going to get this again until next year. And Saturn is holding the bullseye, but he's just moving it around like a contest on the traders. Anyway, harness and channel your inner Katniss Evergreen, whatever, Hunger Games. You'll get it. You'll nail it because Juno will be conjuncting the moon. And so she's supporting you. You got 4 planets in Sagittarius supporting you. What else is happening? We move into Capricorn season, Sunday, December 21st, the winter solstice. Happy winter. Happy summer in the southern hemisphere. Big changes. It's the solstice. But it's Capricorn season, so again, that grounded energy, you're going to have a lot of focus on structure in relationships, business relationships, leadership. Yeah. All right. And just very grounding. Venus will move into Capricorn Wednesday, December 24th. I like that. I like that for you. You got Venus, the planet of love and relationships, and your 7th house of love and relationships. So really great. It is a little bit more strict, Venus in Capricorn. She's playing by the rules, but it's because there's this high standard here, this devotion. Remember, Capricorn, Saturn ruled, right? Saturn's all about the long term, all about commitment. So it is you being in it to win it. Very pragmatic energy. And then, yeah, I think the last thing for you would be Tuesday, December 30th. You will have Mars in Capricorn aligning with the nodes of fate, 11 degrees. And remember, Mars is in his happy place in Capricorn. So there's something here, another big life lesson, and this is a nodal axis, so it's Mars trining the North Node in Pisces, sextile the South Node in Virgo. So it's really nice. And you've got this huge turning point, fated turn of events at the end of the year, right before you move into 2026. And it will have to do with publishing and broadcasting and travel. Sorry. As well as your belief system and your the way that you see things. Higher mind. Again, very spiritual with the North Node and Pisces where Saturn is at. But there is something fated here. Remember, Saturn's karma. So, but this is really nice. And in fact, we do have this mini grand trine. We have a grand Earth trine. Look at that. When's the last time you saw that? On the same day. Yeah? So that's really great with Mars in Capricorn, South Node in Virgo, and the moon will be in Taurus. And the moon will be in Taurus on December 31st too, by the way. If you're in, the New Year stuff, I love that for you because Taurus rules your 11th house, which is very social. It's how you connect with others. It's also, the moon is exalted in Taurus. So you've got like 4 exaltations right now. You're Cancer, this is actually a really good month for you. Let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you, Cancer, for this month, December 2025. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let me see something here. Oh, let's get started. I don't want to block you from Ruby, so I'm gonna. She's sleeping. It didn't matter either way. All right, so let's do this. Cancer, listen. You still have Jupiter protecting you until July. You're good. You're good. And I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Offers the best overview, especially for a monthly reading. If we need to pull clarifiers, we will. And I love y'all. And I lost my voice. I'll get it back. Cancer, what else is happening? Oh, January. Just wait. Oh, we're going to have. Well, I'll let you. I'm going to do your. Yeah. Well, I'm doing your 2026 forecast, but also your January forecast. Oh, we have a lot happening. That new moon in Capricorn. Yeah. Next month in January. A lot of you are getting married. Congratulations. Let's get started. Wow. Oh. This is. Okay. Can you even see? You can, right? Okay. Well, you're gonna be good. Depends on the actions you take. Remember, very karmic month. 5 of Cups. Yeah. What happened? There's a little bit of what's coming through for me is relationships. Okay. There may be something here where you feel that you are still holding on to something too. You can't let it go. You gotta let it go. It's in the past. Out with the old and with the new. Prison portal, non-negotiable. change, right? All these fated events that have been happening, all these, alignments for the nodes. And then this month, Saturn's month, Saturn being karmic events. Anyway, we've got to let it go. You see the 2 cups right behind this figure. Yeah, all he's got to do is turn around, look toward the future, okay? So keep that in mind as you move through this month. There may be something that you sincerely have to let go. And this is at the time of the full moon in Gemini, all right? And the full moon in Gemini, like I said, is your 12th. 12th house rules the subconscious, right? What's up here? The subconscious. What percentage? 90% of upstairs is subconscious. So there could be something that you're holding on to that it may be a lot of it's up here. And then obviously the moon, right? The subconscious. So it's cups, emotions, and feelings. It's a full moon. So it could be an emotional start for you, but just remember, it really is a time to, when I say everything's about to change, everything's happening for you, okay? Now, look, you got that 4 of Swords in the heart of your spread for the entire month. And this is really great. This is all about taking that time out, freeing yourself, right? Freeing your mind. Rest and retreat. This is really nice. Might have to do with partnerships. This card is a Libra card. But it is just taking a little break. And it's spending quality time in meditation. Remember, you have your 9th house activated, spirituality, in a really strong way, with Neptune direct, with Saturn direct, with a North Node there, all in your 9th house. All right? Spend some time just, up here, making room for new things to come through. All right? And there is a sense of like, it does feel like there may have been someone that did something that wasn't great, because you've got the Page of Swords in your challenge area, and there's your message. By the way, there could be something that you hear, or someone says something to you. It could be a little immature. The other thing is there's a sense of pages are messengers too, by the way. Page of Swords are communication. But there is also, it just feels like there's someone here that could be a little naggy too. So remember, everything that you say, everything that you do in a month like this, owned and operated by Saturn, the planet of karma, everything has ripple effects. So don't let that affect you. Don't let anyone take away your power. Now, look at this. You have the 7 of Swords in your crown. Yeah. And then that 5 of Pentacles in the root of your spread. It does look like they're a little... Remember how it said, what is it? Subterfuge? Sabotage? Yeah. Mm-hmm. By the way, the full moon in Gemini in your 12th. The lower expression of the 12th would be like isolation. It would be withdrawal. It would be self-sabotage. Not facing your fears, things like that, right? So there may be some things revealed, all right? You see that, all right? 7 of Swords in your crown. This is a card associated with like deception and dishonesty and disloyalty. So something this month, yeah, it may be taking up way too much headspace, all right? Someone doing, this card is associated with lying and cheating and stealing, and it is an Aquarius card too. It's moon in Aquarius, and Aquarius rules your 8th house, which has to do with relationships and investments and money. Okay, so there may be something here with relationships, and remember, you're moving into that energy. You have that 5 of Pentacles and the root of your spread. This really, honestly, it's pentacles. Sure, money, wealth, but pentacles are your physical reality. And even though this is more of that physical form, your material world, material possessions as well, it really is mind over matter. There is a sense of feeling not only lost but alone with that Five of Pentacles. There's also feeling like you may feel that someone can't keep up with you, you can't keep up with someone, someone's holding you back, you're holding someone back. Whatever it is, mind over matter, right? They're literally outside of church. There's support all around you, but these two people are focusing on their plight, and they're, in a sense, refusing that support. So this is, you see what's happening here. Look at all these swords. Something's taking up way too much headspace, and you've got to, all right? Use that full moon. Do like a full moon ritual. Take a long hot bath, right? Candles. Put on, Seinfeld or something. You love Seinfeld. Look, you have that peace of mind, that clarity. You're okay with it. You've had your moment. You go back out there, brand new. Everything changes. Okay? Everything. But you have to take that leap of faith. You have to do what's best for you. This is him taking that leap of faith, right? Standing on the edge of the cliff. He's not even looking down. That's confidence. Yeah? Nobody tells him what to do. He does what he does. And this is the beginning of your brand new journey, your brand new world. And look how free he is. Yeah? And so you've got a lot to look forward to. You've just got to let the past behind. Leave the past behind. Let's get to your stuff, Cancer. You got, listen, you see the full abundance of the sun in this card too. And he's got a satchel and a stick. He's not bringing a lot into his new journey. It's a light load. Anyway, if you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, share, leave comments. Leave comments. Tell me what's going on. Let me look at one more thing for you, Cancer. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there may be some family stuff too, by the way, with that, South Node and Virgo. Something with a business as well, but definitely work stuff. Anyway, let's see what's happening here. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wow. This could be a very cerebral month. I don't remember the last time you got so many swords. It's a lot of swords. Yeah. Two of Swords. You're gonna have to make it. You're gonna have to face some things now. Okay? And it does feel like, in a sense, you're holding in a lot. It just feels like all this pure potential with the Fool. Card 0 too, right? You've got to move in that direction. But you got to get comfortable enough to take off that blindfold, right? And face the things you have to face. There is, an unburdening here when you face the things that you need to. Remember, Sagittarius energy is all about the truth. Invented the truth. And you see the sliver of the moon, the sea as well. Her back is turned to both of them. So trust your intuition and be in touch with your emotions. And the truth will set you free. Okay? That's all you got to do. Yeah. Mm-hmm. What I say about partnerships and lovers and relationships. Looks good. It looks good. All right. The lovers is pretty deep. Okay. It's all about connections, really deep connections. Um, it's a Gemini card. So there is going to be something here. You can see that. Look at that. I'm going to show you. The sun and the sun. The full abundance of both. So that's a lot of optimism that's waiting for you on the other side of this. Something that's very freeing. Something that is just this pure innocence. But with the lovers, when you have Archangel Raphael blessing you with all this love, it feels really good. And then it comes down to your choice, okay? In terms of what you want and what you want to do with it. And so it's very nice. It's in your external factors area. It just shows that partnerships is really going to be a big theme for you this month. And then, wow, you know, the Wheel of Fortune. Hey, talk about fated event, a fated turn of events. And it's almost like when you look at what's happening here, it's almost like you want to feel that you hit jackpot, right? You want this lucky break, but you still have to work with Saturn's rules, right? So you can have it. The Wheel of Fortune is attributed to Jupiter. You do have Jupiter in your sign. You just have to let that go, and then you're gonna be fine, okay? And you want this new anyway. I mean, Wheel of Fortune is a 10, right? 1 0 equals 1, new beginning. You got the Fool in your future, and then you have the Queen of Swords in your final outcome. Queen of Swords is Libra, and so is the Two of Swords. That's attributed to Moon in Libra. You got all these. Let me see. Yeah. Anyway, Queen of Swords. That's great. That's you getting your power back, right? She is left emotions at the door. She's got her head above the clouds. Singular thought here, right? Again, you and your decision, right? And the decisive action that you take. You see only one bird, right? I don't know if you can see. The birds are in the court, the swords. Anyway, yeah. It's you and your decision. But Queen of Swords is all about truth. And that's what swords are anyway, right? But this is someone who is like a judge, right? You're going to be fine. This is being true to yourself, being honest with yourself. And that's just what you need to do. There even could be some mediator energy here. You're actually going to be really good. You're going to be really fine. But you have to believe in yourself, right? That's the main thing right here, okay? And again, honestly, the truth will set you free. That's a lot of swords. Let's break it down week by week. Cancer. First week, obviously the full moon it really is the only thing. Yeah, it's the only thing. You did actually, yeah, that's it. Okay, full moon in Gemini. Yeah, all right. Actually, you could be surprising yourself too here. You know? With the full, taking that leap of faith. Yeah. 6 of Pentacles. That's great. So the first week, there is a sense of like, hey, that support that you're seeking, it's there. It's right there. All right? It feels like through a friendship, but there could be something here work-related as well. I love this. I mean, you see the man with the scale, the very philanthropic man with the scale in his hand, that balance, giving and receiving. But we call him the young Hierophant, right? So it's this inspired action taken to receive or to give. Okay? Anyway, 5 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles. All you have to do is Reach out. Go inside the church, right? Anyway, yeah, it's really coming out of that energy into here. And again, belief. Yeah, belief. Second week. Let me see here. And also finances, money-wise. If you're seeking financial support, it's right there. It's right there. Okay. Second week, and you do have Mercury trine Jupiter, or you have that groundwater trine. Second week, yeah, Mars will square Saturn. Neptune will go direct. Mercury does move into Sagittarius. There's so much happening that second week. Mars moves into Capricorn. Let's see what's going on for you the second week. Cancer. You're good. Now you're getting all these pentacles. Yeah, that's freedom right there. That's freedom. That's abundance. That's luxury. It's so much elegance. Look at all that harvest, right? Look at her. Look how happy she is. That's really, really, really great. And so there is a sense of self-sufficiency. I can do this by myself, right? And I worked really hard to get to this point. I've earned all this. Nothing was handed to her. So, really nice. And by the way, if you are, this card, highly associated with retirement too. So, that could be in the books. Yeah. And then the third week, the big thing is the new moon in Sagittarius. And then all the Saturn squares, and then we do move into Capricorn season. So let's see what's happening. Guys, Cancer. I can't even can you hear me? All right. Let's see what's happening for you, Cancer, the third week of December. You got the Eight of Wands. You're fine. You're going to be good. Everything is aligning for you. Remember, big month of fated events. You got the Eight of Wands here. All right. It's very special. You see the Wands. They're in their happy place. They're aligning. Speaking of alignment, this card is attributed to Mercury in Sagittarius. So Mercury is going to be in Sagittarius. That is your sixth house of your, day-to-day, but work. Wands are heavily associated with work, so it looks like something is going to land. It could be a contract. It could be, even if you're not here for work, just, passion of yours. We also call these the arrows of love. So, hey. Last week, you've got Venus moving into Capricorn. Oh. You've got Venus moving into Capricorn. It's late. And Mars with the nodes of fate. And I think that maybe, I really don't think that's going to be that's not going to be a thing for you. Yeah. Let's see what's happening last week. Last week of December. Okay. You're going to be fine. Take it week by week. Yeah? You have the Queen of Wands. This is someone who is a huge entrepreneur, businesswoman. She's fiery. She's got that passion. Hitting me a passion. She's loaded with passion. And it all comes from that. Everything that's propelling you forward. Okay? And the actions that you take too. But it does look like there is something that is coming to fruition. And look at that. The Queen of Wands. She invented the law of attraction. She gets whatever she wants. Anything. Okay? She's, very charismatic. Very regal. And then if you are here for love and relationships, she's the most sexual queen. Okay? I mean, you do have, let me see. I mean, you do have Pluto in Aquarius in your 8th for 19 years. But you also, with Mercury in Scorpio, it's part of that groundwater trine. even that's your fifth. You're gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine with love and relationships. Uh, and even the Queen of Swords does have this feel of Juno. There could be some marriage in there could be some marriage here, but yeah, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be fine. Just we've got a lot of this can be healing from something that was, you know, happening that you that came about as revelatory or may happen this month. But Cancer, you're good. Thanks so much. Oh yeah, and the second spread, yeah, we're gonna pull a lot. We're gonna pull a lot of cards. All right, tier 3 members, you know where to find the link. Really good and legendary members. Oh, and we are gonna break out. I did bring I have the Visconti deck, and whoa, we are going to. And you can't even shuffle this. And this is the original. This is from the 1400s. Yeah, more than 78 cards. One of the original. Not this one. This is a recreation of it. But can you see it? I don't know if you can. Look at that. Look at these. It's huge. So we're going to see what the biggest message for you is. And we're going to do that, like, pick a card thing. Because you can't shuffle these. Anyway. Yeah. So, second spread, tier 3 members. Really good and legendary members. You know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. Next week. Oh, remember, I'm just going to do some check-ins. I got to work on some stuff. I got to do some intense physical therapy too. So, y'all, Cancer, thanks so much. Thanks so much for your pitch. Oh my gosh. Okay, thanks so much. I'll see you next week. All right, but soon. Bye-bye.